the time of recording, Sheffield United sit bottom of the Premier League table. And barring a major points deduction or something drastic happening, it looks like they are one of the bang-on favourites for relegation. They need a saviour. They need Mr. Rebuild. We're headed to Sheffield United, headed to Bramall Lane, and we're going to make the Blades the best team in not only England, but Europe. But first, we need to save them from relegation. Here is the default starting 11 and squad that we have been given here in EAFC with Sheffield United. But when you take a look at the overalls of the squad, you can see purely from an EAFC standpoint why they are in the position they are. Let's get into the transfer market and see if we can stop the relegation battle first things first. Coming out of the gates and laying down the foundations, need to get an overall boost here as I look to change up the formation and put my own spin on this Sheffield United side. Todd Cantwell back in the Premier League. He's been there and abouts for a long time, but we're going to sign him from Rangers for £8.6 million. The player departures are going to begin as well though. George Baldock heading down to the Championship with Leicester. Ben Osborne is heading to Lyon. And in a big move to our backline, John Egan is gone. That might ruffle a few feathers, but he's also heading to France. Looking to make some big moves at the striker position though. Brewster not leaving on a permanent, but we're going to send him to France as well. We're only sending players to France, it feels like. Brewster off there on loan. And we have found ourselves a striker who I am hoping is going to be an absolute godsend for us. It's a bit of a risky one. We've definitely overpaid slightly, but I'm really excited about the potential of Luciano Gondu, who we bring up from the Argentinian league. Our budget is definitely limited compared to all the other big dogs in the Premier League, but I'm hoping we can do enough this year to keep us in the Prem. Going to be a very interesting start to the season. You may have noticed as well, changed to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. So let's see how that plays out for us. As long as we're not dead last with a monumental uphill battle ahead of us come January 1st, then I'm pretty cool with that. All right, this is a good start. This is so much better than the real life position of Sheffield United. We currently sit 14th in the Premier League, but we're not safe yet. We're only 7 points ahead of Luton Town. Luton, Brentford, and Bournemouth all sitting in the relegation zone. Surprising to see Brentford there, although I suppose they're not having a great season in real life. But we're only 7 points clear, so we need to keep our foot on the gas to make sure we don't fall into it back end of the season. Unfortunately though, we do not really have the money to go out and make signings unless somebody wants to join us for £15 on a free. So it looks like we're just gonna have to put the faith in what we have right now. I was thinking I might have had to upgrade the goalkeeper position, but Wes Foderingham is keeping his overall nice and steady. Objective number 1 has been completed. We survived the relegation battle here with Sheffield United 8 points clear. I'm sure there's a lot of Sheffield United fans watching this now that hopes this is the future for them. 8 points ahead as Burnley, Luton, and Bournemouth all get relegated. Brentford escape on the final day. Top of the table though, let's see how it goes. It is Arsenal. Maybe that'll happen in real life. Tottenham are going to win the FA Cup. That's how you know things just aren't realistic anymore. Unfortunately, we went out in the third round to Everton. Man United win the Carabao Cup. Again, an even more of a stinker in that tournament. We lost to Grimsby Town. That is embarrassing. But our goal isn't to win a Carabao Cup. It is to win a Champions League title. Real Madrid doing that in season 1. Inter Milan winning the Europa League. And Fenerbahce winning the Conference League. Ollie McBurney stepping up though and saving us in the second half of the season. Gondu did pick up a slight injury which kept him out for a couple of weeks. He actually went up to 77 then back down to 76. But 14 goals for Ollie McBurney, which is really damn good. A decent start to life as well here for Todd Cantwell. 11 goals and 4 assists. Crucial in our relegation battle. Couple of our lower rated young players departing the club though on free transfers. Season 1 in the books. It wasn't pretty, but we get it done. Now let's move into season 2. Check out our budget and try building upwards. All right, so we're entering season 2 here. There's money to work with, but it's not crazy amounts. Again, this was always going to be a tough challenge staying in the Premier League and trying to slowly build this team up, but we'll make it work. I've definitely made worse things happen or better things happen with £27 million. So first priority for me this season was getting a goalkeeper to build the team around. Wes Foderingham has been absolutely sensational and he held his own and kept his overall up a lot better than I expected him to, but we need to plan for the future. We're going to go and get the Czech goalkeeper here, Matej Kovar, from Bayer Leverkusen for £13 million. Ollie Norwood was a player that I wanted to keep around the club until he retired, basically. I thought he'd be a very important player for morale, but he wanted out of the club, and I have to honor that. Ollie Norwood off to Espanyol on a permanent transfer. Daniel Jebison off on a year-long loan to Ghent. And the same deal here with Antoine Hackford, 2 years for him though. Max Lowe out of the club though. That should probably indicate the position we're going to be looking to get an upgrade at next. Max Lowe off to Brentford for £3.8 million. There we go, fellas. We get ourselves a new left back here. A man that I don't think I've ever used in a rebuild before. It is the Italian left wing back Andrea Cambiasso joining us here from Juventus in search of more starting football, and we pay 13 million for him. More loan moves coming up here though, fellas. It is Koulibaly heading to LAFC for the year. William Osula off to Spain for the year. And finally, Benny Traore off to Leicester for the year. We cannot afford to fall into second season syndrome this year though, lads. That is always my big concern when I'm taking over a relegation battling team. A very balanced squad we've got here, but we just need to keep it moving. I'm so nervous, man, but at least we've kept a little bit of money in the bank account. We're gonna have to make some moves potentially in January, but we'll suss it out once we get there. But fellas, before we get into that, if you are new around here and you aren't already subscribed, go and do yourselves a big favor. Do me a favor and Scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. Oh, my fears and my anxiety was definitely warranted. We are in the relegation battle. Just 2 wins all season so far. What are we doing? Oh, we're gonna have to go. All right, we need to make some big changes, and I think I'm gonna do it in the defense because we're scoring goals. 25 goals for. That is more than 12th place Brentford. But the goals against are killing us. 39 goals conceded. I'm going to look to make a big move here to the defense. Wes Fodringham, not happy that he's not getting game time. He submitted a transfer request and we're going to honor it. It's a good way to get some easy money in as well. £1.85 million for the former keeper. Time for us to cash in though at the defense. Austin Trusty looking to upgrade his position. Need the money. So we're selling the American to Benfica for £11.3 million. And we're also going to be saying goodbye to a club legend in McBurney. Ollie McBurney, he's gone. Again, it's another transfer I necessarily didn't want to do, but £3.4 million, we desperately need that right now. I'm praying that we've made the right move here, fellas. Maximilian Kilman is joining us here at Bramall Lane. He's higher rated, 3 overall than Trusty. We got him on a really good deal. He's had plenty of experience in the Premier League. I'm praying this kid. I'm praying Maximilian Kilman can help keep us in the Prem. I mean, we have an opportunity to just ditch this relegation battle altogether. Big Ange's been given the sack at Tottenham. They want us, but I'm committed to this mission. All right, things are intense, lads. Things are really intense. We have 1 game remaining here in the Premier League season. We're taking on Wolves. We currently sit out of the relegation zone on goal difference. Fulham and Norwich still able to be saved. Southampton definitely going down. We have Wolves. Fulham are playing Manchester United, but we need a win here. We need to win to guarantee our safety at home here. Can we pull off the great escape? Kilman against his former side. Come on, Sheffield United. Come on, the Blades. Stay up. It's a draw. Oh my God, it's going to please Fulham. I'm a Fulham fan. I am praying that Fulham or Norwich haven't pulled off. Wait, no, we can't. So Norwich can't finish above us now because we got a point, but Fulham versus Man United. Man United won. I would never pray on the downfall of my own club, but right now I'm really happy with it. We survive relegation by 1 point. Norwich got the win as well. They get 26 points. Oh, that is a massive let-off. Premier League champions this year are Manchester City. Arsenal win the FA Cup. Fulham, if Fulham won that and got relegated, they'd be in the championship playing in the Europa League. We did go a little bit better in the FA Cup this year. We made it to the round of 16. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. How did we go in that? Why are we always losing to terrible sides in the Carabao Cup? Bayern Munich win the Champions League, Marseille win the Europa League, and Copenhagen defeat Milan to win the Conference League. Todd Cantwell was an absolute savior for us this year. Gondou getting himself 13 goals, but I think we're definitely going to need to upgrade the striker position next year. We need to upgrade a lot of the squad next year because there is no shot I want to be in a relegation battle again. That shit ages me 10 times more than it should. 3 players will be leaving us at the end of this season though, both John Fleck and Chris Chris Basham are going to be retiring. And Harry Boys, we were unable to re-sign his contract. He's heading to the Portland Timbers on a free. Thankfully, the money is going up. I was worried that after almost getting relegated last year, our money was going to take a nosedive, but it's up to 44 mil, and I intend on making it work really well for us. I really want to go in on the center midfield role massively this year, lads. I cannot afford to be in a relegation battle again, and we have found Edison here at Atlanta. 12 months remaining on his contract. The chief executive says we can potentially get him for 20.8 million pounds. They say 22.1, which is actually really good, but we're going to go here for 28 again. I'm trying to stretch this money as far as possible, and they accept it. You love to see that. Lucho knows we're making deals. Let's go sign this man, get his contract sorted, and get him into the club. A huge signing to start the season here. Edison. It's another Brazilian named Edison, not the goalkeeper, but the center midfielder joining us from Atalanta. Another year, another loan move for Traore, and a permanent transfer here for the former Coventry midfielder turned Sheffield United, now turned Brentford midfielder, Gustavo Hamer off to Brentford for 11.4 mil. Gustavo's departure has led to an arrival, though. It is Marcel Ruiz, the Mexican center midfielder. We pick him up from Tottenham for 26.5 mil. His value goes down, but I don't care because this dude looks like an absolute beast, and I'm excited to use him in the midfield. I can't stress enough, lads. And after this window, our midfield is looking absolutely rock solid right now. I'm not too worried about improving the midfield. Even the defense is looking quite strong here. We've got a really, really balanced side, but this is a really important season for Cameron Archer and his future at Sheffield United. The kid's got potential, but at age 23, 76 overall, he needs to get a move on. He needs a strong Premier League season this year. Otherwise, we're going to have to desperately explore a new striker either in January or the start of next year. But for the love of God, when we check the Premier League table on the 1st of January, we cannot afford to be down the bottom. Moving into next year, though, we are going to be saying goodbye to Adam Davies. Our backup goalkeeper is going to be heading to Sunderland on a free transfer. No grey hairs added to my scalp this year, lads. We finished 13th. We need to make the move up to the European spots, but like we said, that logjam in the middle was going to be chaotic. This is fairly representative of the season, I feel like. Forest, Luton, and Leeds heading down. And as we look to head up moving forward in these seasons, the competition is as follows, with Man City winning another Premier League title. Liverpool win the FA Cup. Blackburn go on a pretty decent run. How'd we go? We got eliminated to Man City in the 5th round. Man City also win the Carabao Cup. They've had a good year. And once again, we go out in the 3rd round. PSG win the Champions League. Juve dominate Nice to win the Europa. And the Conference League is an all-English affair with Tottenham coming out on top. It's been sorted for us though, lads. Gondu had 13 goals. He's gone up to an 82, but then Cameron Archer, a year younger. Not his worst season at all, but we're going to need a new striker if we're going to start thinking about getting European football. 12-2, but he stays at a 76. Todd Cantwell has definitely been the surprise package of this rebuild. I thought I was going to have to upgrade him after a year or two, but he's moving to be our highest rated player right now. Adam Davies, the only player that we're going to be losing as we head into season 4. I mean, we could give Benny Traore the starting spot next year. 76 rated. I'm going to have to think about that. But my goal for season 4 is qualification into one of the European tournaments. We need that. It'd be ideal to get the Champions League. We'd have a lot of ground to make up, but just European qualification nonetheless. Let's crack on and get moving. Priority number 1 in this window was sign a statement striker, which is exactly what we have done here. Sergio Camelo is joining us here from Torino. We pay £40 million for the Spaniard, a club record transfer here at Sheffield United. I wanted to just keep on loaning out Daniel Jebison, but he wanted a permanent move. He was kind of fed up with the loans, so we're selling him permanently here to the French League, £3.3 million. Cameron Archer gets his move away from the club. We tried to keep the faith with him, but it was time to say goodbye. Cameron Archer off to Celta Vigo. Selling Jaden Bogle wasn't exactly priority number 1 for me this transfer window. I was debating between him or Keelman about which position we should upgrade, but Liverpool made my mind up for me. Liverpool came in here and offered us a generous £20 million for Bogle. So let's go get ourselves a new starting right back. First things first, though, we needed a new backup goalkeeper following the departure of Adam Davies. So Victor Johansson, the Swedish goalkeeper, joining us here from Rotherham. An absolute bargain deal here. Welcome to our new backup keeper. But now we're going to get ourselves our new starting right back. It is going to be the one, the only Serginho Dest, 25 years of age, 82 overall. He is the perfect upgrade here to our defense and might just be the move that gets us from mid-table and relegation to European football. We did pay £33 million to bring him across here from Dortmund. And we're going to make our first free agent signing of the rebuild. Tino Anjorin here is going to be joining us to provide us a little bit of backup at the attacking midfield position. It's a no-brainer. 24 years of age, 74 overall. Welcome back to the Prem. This needs to be the year we make the jump. Look how well-rounded this squad is. Our lowest rated player is 82 and our highest rated is 84. Majority of this side, that's crazy. 8 of our starting 11, I can't count. 8 of our starting 11 players are 82 rated. That is hilarious. I tried to get a loan move as well here for Beanie Traore, but nobody came in for him, which is frustrating. I'm nervous that he's going to get annoyed that he's not getting game time or a loan, so let's watch this space and hope somebody comes in. But most importantly, let's watch the Premier League table and get ourselves to the top. This is where we need to be. This is where we need to be. We are 6th in the Premier League here with Sheffield United. We are in the hunt for some sort of European football. What type it is a big question, but we need to actually make sure we finish there because City, we're ahead of City right now. Villa, West Ham, all these clubs breathing down our necks. We need to get into the top 4. That's what we need to push for. We finally got a loan move though for Traore. He's going to Chelsea, which might be the dumbest decision I might make. Time will tell, but it's a 6-month loan nonetheless. Our transfer budget is stretched incredibly thin, so we're going to beat out Western United here in the A-League. That's how you know a player is good, when an A-League club is going in for them. But we're going to sign the American defender here, Kenneth Edwards, on a free, just as some squad depth at the centre-back role. But besides that, I'm willing to keep the faith with the team we have right now and see if they can get us some sort of European football. I'm hoping this means we get at least Conference League, potentially Europa League. I think it's going to come down to the cups and other competitions, but we have finished 7th in the Premier League here with Sheffield United. Our best season to date. It's all heading in the right direction after a couple of spotty years there, lads. Scrolling down the table though, Brentford coming up with us now. Spurs in 13th, but it is going to be Wolves, Bournemouth, and Fulham going down. Arsenal have won the FA Cup, and I know for a fact they beat us in the semi-finals. What an opportunity that was to get our first FA Cup. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. We don't make the semi-finals, nor the quarter-finals, nor the round of 16. Do we make the round of 32? Yes, we do, and we lose to United. And Man United are going to go ahead and win the Champions League. Barcelona win the Europa League, and FC Porto win the Conference League. What a season here, though, for Gondu. 25 goals, 4 assists. He's finally starting to live up to the hype, starting to really tear away here as our starting striker. Ruiz with a huge season. Kameo going up. That's an interesting one. He only gets 9 goals. He gets 9 assists though, but he goes up to an 85. Yet Gondu gets 25 and 4 and only goes up to an 83. Really interesting stuff. Did Traore get any growth? He got +2 on loan. I think he's just going to turn out to be a really good backup striker for us. 2 players leaving though. Jack Robinson is going to be retiring and Reece Norrington-Davis is going to be leaving on a free. I tried to renew his contract, but he's walking on a free. Didn't want to re-sign. Here's to hoping we have some sort of European football at Bramall Lane next season. Maximilian Kilman has done a great job at holding the fort, holding the back line, and getting us to this next period of life at Sheffield United, but it's time to upgrade. Welcome to the defense, our centre-back of the future, the Croatian defender, Josip Sitalo. We get him on an absolute bargain here from Nottingham Forest. I'm not done with the upgrades either. We're going to make a huge decision here. Last year we got rid of our right back in Bogle. This year we're getting rid of our left back in Cambiasso, but we have collected an absolute mozza for you. £41 million from Manchester United. That's hard to turn down. It has turned out to be an absolute blessing selling Cambiasso because we get ourselves Miguel Gutierrez here from Galatasaray Galatasaray, the Spaniard. His value goes up as soon as he signs, and I'm happy with that. 84 overall, 25 years of age, the Spaniard joining us here and giving us a huge boost. This definitely hurts our squad depth a little bit here. Tom Davies wanted out of the club. He's wanted out for about a year and a half now. I've kept him here though, but he runs out of contract at the end of the year, so it's either cash in on him now or have him walk on a free. So I'd rather get 9.5 mil, which we've done. We've sent him to Forest. Hayden Roberts, currently at Bristol City. We're going to sign him though as a backup option. He can play left back, he can play centre back, and for £2.6 million, that is a no-brainer in terms of squad depth. Welcome to Sheffield United, Hayden Roberts. That's all we're going to do for now. We still have a lot of money in the back pocket, about £30 million or so. So we're going to check in January, see how we're doing in the league, see how we're doing in European football, and see how we're doing in terms of player progressions and make an upgrade accordingly. Whether I put that £30 million into building out our bench or whether I make some massive moves into the starting 11, we'll have to wait and see. Also, a very nice surprise. I thought because coming 7th, we were going to be in the Conference League, but we are in the Europa League, which is really good to see. And we've got a pretty manageable group. The Europa League is going to be a huge test to see really where we're at on a European stage, because I think with the overalls we have now, we're what, 2-3 years away from potentially completing the rebuild. This is going to be a huge indicator. I'm a fan of seeing this. I am a fan of seeing this. We are top of the not top of the Premier League, but we are in the Premier League title race. The draws are killing us. The draws are definitely killing us, but as long as we make Champions League football next year, then that is going to be a massive season for us. We also topped our Europa League group, so if we can qualify for the Champions League by winning the Europa League, I know it's a big task and a big ask, but I wouldn't complain with that either. And Maximilian Killerman wants out of the club. It's understandable. He went from being a starter to a bench player, so that is a bit of a blow and something for us to deal with as we head into this January window. And there it is. The Max Kilman era has officially come to an end as we've sold the English defender to West Ham United. We get a nice bit of money here though, 26.2 mil. So we already had a decent amount of money coming into January. Add another 26 mil on top of that from the sale of Kilman. And I think it's time we can make a huge move here. And that is going to come in the form of selling Ederson. He's 28 years of age, 83 overall. We need a superstar, a proper superstar here. We've got a nice base. We've sold him. Ederson is going to Arsenal for 30 mil. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us. This is a massive moment. Come on, lads. That has allowed us to get the Portuguese wonder kid midfielder. It is João Neves joining us from Villarreal here. We pay a pretty penny for him. We pay a premium for his potential, £60 million, but this kid's going to skyrocket. I'm so excited to have him as a new midfield general for us. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed, lads. We haven't had a pre-contract signing this good in a long time. I honestly didn't think this was going to get accepted, but I had to give it a go, and it has been accepted. Phil bloody Foden is going to be joining us next year on a free. His contract expires here. Man City haven't re-signed him, and as I was looking for some potential backup players for the squad, we found Phil Foden. He's not going to be a backup player. Phil Foden is going to be joining us on a pre-contract deal next season. We need to make sure that we are in the Champions League next year because we have a real shot of winning the thing. It's not a Premier League title, but like I said, I could not care less as long as we're playing Champions League footy next year. And we're going to surely close the gap on Man City as we take one of their star players. But man, it is all, when it rains, it pours, and it is pouring nothing but happiness and delight right now. Second in the Prem with Sheffield United. We're on the move, lads. Scrolling down the table, relegation zone, we'll see Palace, Burnley, and Middlesbrough going down. Man United win another FA Cup. I want us to win one of these trophies. We came, what? Oh my God, we did. We have had a stinker. Out in the third round to Wigan Athletic. Man City win the Carabao Cup. Yeah, again, we are nowhere to be seen. I'm glad we put all of our attention. I mean, we lost to Man City, but I'm glad we put all of our attention into the Prem and Europa League. Champions League winners this year are PSG. I am so damn curious to see how we go next year in the Champions League and how we went in the Europa League. So, of course, we topped the group in the Europa League. Round of 16. We went out to Celtic. Oh, that is a piss take. That is a piss take. Out in the round of 16 to Celtic with Napoli winning the Europa League. But it's all good, lads. We got into the Champions League nonetheless. Luciano Gondu up to an 85. Another great season for him. He has just been so damn consistent once he got past that first season. Camelo with 16 and 3 there. Ruiz gets 15 goal contributions. Cantwell continues to... Cantwell is 87 overall. I genuinely thought Todd Cantwell was just going to bridge the gap, but he is now the star player. I'm feeling so excited for next year. Bring on Phil Foden and bring on the Champions League. He's here and it's glorious, lads. I still can't believe we pulled that off. I need to like make it a habit in these rebuilds again to check every season like the top players to see if we get the odd chance of getting one of them on a free like we have here with Phil Foden. He doesn't even fit our formation being a left winger, but we are going to look to convert him to an attacking midfielder. Yeah, it only took 2 weeks as expected. Phil Foden comes in and now I want to do everything in my power to make sure that we are a contender for the Champions League this year. Mickey van de Ven joining us here and helping us create one of the best defenses in Europe. 66 mil to bring him across from Brighton. Also trying to get some signings in here to make sure our bench and reserves are as strong as possible. Nico Williams joining us from Sevilla back in the Premier League. And Coop Miners can play just about every position in the midfield, so he's going to give us a huge boost in the reserves. It's, you know, things are getting good when you have an 84 rated player coming in as a backup. Foden officially now able to be converted to an attacking midfielder, and it gets him up to a 92. Oh, that is brilliant to see. I'm so excited for the potential glory that lays for this season. Like, this starting 11 is just so damn balanced. Get Neves and Ruiz up to an 86, 87. Our bench is stacked. Our reserves are decent. This season could provide anything. But for me, that anything I want is a Champions League title. A few other trophies to go along with it would be great, but the gold mine, the gold standard, the goal of all goals, I want that Champions League title. Let's go check out our Champions League group. All right, we're going to have a real test here. This is really going to test the barometer. How do we come second in the Prem and get put into a group with Real Sociedad, Bayern Munich, and Sporting? There is no weak points in this group. 0 weak points. If we get to the knockout rounds, we deserve to be there. Top of the group, a donut in the loss column. I know we've got as many draws as we have wins, but we are through to the knockout round. Any way out of this group was a win for me. We're in to the knockout rounds alongside Bayern Munich. Who are we going to get? Hopefully finishing top of Group H is going to get us a decent opponent here in the round of 16. And by decent, I mean a not hard opponent, all things considered. And it is going to be Napoli. I'm hoping they've gotten rid of Osherman, although now looking around the final 16 clubs, there's not really a good option here. Desperately want a Premier League title this year though, lads. We currently sit 1 point behind Chelsea in the title race. As the great Bruce Buffer would say, it's time. I know he says with a lot more enthusiasm than I do, but I'm kind of nervous here. First leg away in Naples. Let's see what this Napoli side is looking like. It's going to be a 1-1 draw there after a pretty intense opening 8 minutes. I mean, they got Oshiman up top. They've got Vardachelia. They've got Tosin in there. They've got a lot of former Fulham players as well, Zambo and Gisa. But it is a 1-1 draw as we take it back to Bramall Lane. No suspensions, no injuries. Let's get the second leg done. Come on, lads. We have got an incredible side. We need the lads to show up here. We need our superstar attackers to get the job done for us. Second leg, Bramall Lane. And it is a 1-0 win. Traore is going to get us the winner off the bench. 2 minutes after coming on, he gets us the win. Oshiman is going to miss a first half penalty. It was a lot closer than I would have hoped, but we are into the Champions League quarterfinals. The dream continues. The dream stays alive, but we're going to have another massive challenge here for the next stage. Quarterfinals, AC Milan. We have been in this position before, lads. And by before, I mean literally the first leg of the round of 16. We've got the first leg and we're headed to Italy. This time though, it's AC Milan, not Napoli. Can we get ourselves a lead to take back to Bramall Lane? Yes, we do! Oh my God. That is a lead. You know what that is, lads? That is a lead. 3-0. Oh my God. 3-0. All right, that's a good start. 3-0 lead back at Bramall Lane. Surely we don't cock this one up, lads. Please do not. Oh my God, I'm kind of nervous. 3-0 up. Please don't bottle. Okay, cool. It's a loss. I don't mind. We got no injuries, no suspensions, and we get ourselves through to the semifinals. I was more nervous that we were going to bottle that than I am when it's like a 1-1 scoreline or something like that. Regardless, final 4. Here we go. We are single-handedly trying to destroy Italian football this year. Napoli in the round of 16, Milan in the quarterfinals, and the other Milan, Inter, in the semi-finals. On the other hand, Inter are trying to get themselves a bit of revenge for their fallen Italian comrades. The lads are looking good. Can we get ourselves another 3-0 win away at the San Siro? No, we don't. It is a 2-2 draw this time. No idea who George is, but he's bagged the brace on us. Foden with a yellow card, praying that that is not a suspension. All right, no suspension for Phil Foden. Good. But that is just one box we have to tick off here. It's a rainy night at Bramall Lane. The winner of this goes through to a Champions League final, and I want us to do the clean sweep of Italy. Come on, Sheffield United. Come on, Sheffield United. Come on! We love a 3-0 win against Italian sides. Oh my God, we have absolutely stepped up and made this a famous night in English and, most importantly, Sheffield United football. We're off to a Champions League final in dominant fashion, but who are we facing? Here it is, lads. It's gonna be the Phil Foden derby, the Phil Foden revenge game. We've got an all-English affair here against Man City. Taking a look around the leagues, Eintracht Frankfurt win the Europa League. Atletico Madrid win an all-Spanish Conference League. We finish 4 points behind Chelsea, and we do not win a Premier League title this year. At least, though, we are going to be playing Champions League footy again next year. Meanwhile, in the relegation battle, Bournemouth, Coventry, and Watford going down. Man City win the FA Cup, and Arsenal win the Carabao Cup. So, ironically, I believe this is our chance at our first trophy as Sheffield United manager, and it's the one we want. It's the biggest one in world football. Our strikers, I cannot wait to use these guys. They have absolutely killed it. Gondu with 32 goals, Kameo with 20, then Phil Foden, 12 and 14, 26 goal contributions, up to a 93 overall. That is dirty. And Todd Cantwell, I did not expect him to be in this situation. 88 overall, 31 years of age, club captain. This dude has exceeded all of my expectations, and I cannot wait to use him in this final. Let's crack on with the Blades. They got Garnacho. Garnacho's gone to City in this save. Man United fans will be having a ride if that happened in real life. Oh my God, we're just being done there by the skills. City are a different level, man. Haaland's gonna make us pay sooner rather than later if we keep this shit up. City always play the press, and it drives me crazy, but I'm starting to get used to it because look at the space we've got now. Gondu has the pace and has the finish. Oh my God, we give them the opportunity to have 2 options. They take the wrong option there. We hit City on the counter-attack after they pressed too hard. And after soaking up all the pressure in the opening 15 minutes, we take the lead in the Champions League final. Gutierrez. Doku's giving me headaches, man. It's a good ball. What are we doing defensively? Nobody wants to play defense in this game. On both sides. Man City hit right back. Good ball up there from Cantwell to Dest. Dest with a big run. Gonna put that one in there. It's a great ball. Counter-attack again. Come on, play it through. I see you out wide. We've lost that opportunity, but we're going to keep it going. Oh, I wanted to go under Cantwell. He's offside by a mile. He scores it. It's a great goal. But why did I play that? Good ball there from Dest. Get in front of it, Cantwell. He does. Need some support, though. He's going to flick it back. Holding it up. Cantwell up against Balde. Going back nicely there to Gondu. Neves. Come on, lads. Passing's brilliant here. Cantwell with the La Croqueta. Back. Go on. Camelo. Oh, what a save, Edison. Cantwell just trying to find the right one. Dest using that pace to get into the box. Square it back. Cantwell. Cantwell blasted at the near post. Catches Edison on the weak foot. And that is exactly what we need. Todd Cantwell, the captain, getting us back in front. No shot for Garnacho. Garnacho blast that one wide. Keep doing that, mate, please. Big tackle there, Marcel. That's huge. Oh, no, but we turn it over. Then it's Van de Ven with the big tackle. I'm just taking this far as possible to the corner. Actually, no, we've got an opportunity here. Camelo could finish it. Cut back. Oh, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. We got the ball back. Out wide there. Touch. Gondu. La Croqueta. Fuck's sake. Oh my God, we get it back again. Win that. Come on, get it away. Do not give Man City another opportunity. They don't hoof it upfield. They don't get another opportunity. And we are going to complete the Sheffield United rebuild here. Oh, that was so up and down again. Grey hairs galore, but we have done it, lads. It is going to be the unlikely hero of Todd Cantwell winning us the Champions League title, lifting it as probably the man of the match, to be honest. But we have done it. We have won a Champions League with the Premier League's worst team. Lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.